Hello everyone, myself Vaibhav. In today's session, we are seeing that the DAX has been able to hold above the 15,200 mark, and if we consider its price trajectory for over a week now, we have seen it consolidating in a very narrow range of around 200 points, and even in today's session, we saw earlier in the day a move towards 15,300, but it didn't really sustain and came back to now find some support closer to the 15,200 level. And I feel looking at the price formation in other key equity indices around the world, particularly in the US station, we are seeing significant upward momentum on back of the record profits reported by the major banks there, JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, and that has propelled the market sentiments on the bullish side. So I feel if the DAX is able to hold well above these current price levels, the immediate swing low, then we are pretty much likely to see a breakout on the higher side. So we will be looking at these pattern, the technicals for the DAX to see what are the possibilities of a breakout and whether it is likely to be bullish or bearish. So let us see. The data rocket for the day, apart from the earnings, we didn't really get the many market moving data points. On the commodity side, we got this EIS crude oil inventory, and there we are seeing significant reduction in the crude oil inventories in the United States. And for the week ended 9th of April, we have this decline of 5.9 million barrels, and been that is also along with other major release in the crude oil sector, which is the announcement by OPEC that they are seeing the price, the demand for the crude oil going up in the remaining part of this year. So both these factors in today's session have propelled the crude oil prices higher. In yesterday's session of Market Movers, I had talked about this possibility. So if any of you had gone in for that trade, you might be sitting on a good amount of profit. Now let us shift our attention to the technical aspect. First, we will cover the DAX and then we will see what are the formations in the GBP USD. Let's start with the DAX first. This is the daily time frame chart for the DAX, and this consolidation I talked about in the opening remarks. You can see that it has been fairly range bound, and we can expect a breakout either on the bullish side or the bearish side, and we can profit from any of these breakout provided we are able to mark key levels, and this can be then used as marking points for the DX further move. So we will have to now rely on mostly the lower time frame charting, as there is not much on the daily time frame chart which can be of immediate use. We have this first resistance of this month's pivot point series on the higher side for the DAX closer to the 15,400 mark, and this is also the price range where we have seen that the DAX has struggled to get past, and it has been for the time being consolidating just little below it, 1 percentage point lower than that. And if you consider the regression curve, it has also flattened after this earlier steep inclination on the higher side. And I think we will have to now mostly go with the flow. And given the backdrop of the bullish formation, both on the regression curve as well as on the pivot point series, I feel the possibility of the continuation of the upward momentum is a lot higher than a decline. And of course, anything can happen, but unless and until we see any fresh breakout below these immediate swing lows, I think the support has been there above the 15,100 mark. So unless and until we have any significant breakout below these key levels, it will be better for us to continue to trade with the bias remaining on the bullish side. So here, if we want to use this SMA formation, we have this confluence area of 50 100 and 200 SMA in around 15,200, and that's where it has been finding support for last couple of session. Even in today's session, after this steep move on the lower side, we saw that again it has been holding above it. The bearish momentum has subsided, and for the time being, I think this level is likely to hold. So today's closing level is going to be key, and of course, given the fact that US equity indices are trading higher, the S&P 500 and Dow Jones in particular, I am expecting some rub-off effect for the bullish side on DX as well. And if this level holds, then in tomorrow's session we can expect a further momentum on the higher side. But if it doesn't really hold and we have any move on the lower side, then I think we can look for the shorting opportunities below the 15,150 mark, not straight away, but we will have to wait for a further move on the lower side. Then after that, we will have a lot more clarity and we can go for the shorting. But for the levels, for the current levels, as long as this support holds, it will be better for us to keep on the buy side. And fresh targets can be kept closer to the 15,400. That is also the immediate resistance, the first resistance of this month's pivot point series. And risk pivot ratio looks also good enough. We don't really have to take too much risk for any entry anywhere closer to this 15,200 mark. The stop loss around 15,150 should be good enough. And for that risk, we can expect more than 100 points, even closer to 200 points move on the higher side. Now let's see the currency space where the instrument of choice is GBP/USD. This is the daily time frame chart on which we can see that for last two occasions, we have seen this support around 1.37 for the GBP USD. So in a way, you can say that this is kind of a double bottom formation, and for GBP USD, it looks like that marking point, turning point, sorry, has been reached, and a fresh move towards 1.390 is likely. We have the possibility of a further move of more than 100 pips on the higher side, and even if the GBP USD remains range bound, and we will be targeting the upward momentum trade also below the prior swing low. So even if for next couple of weeks the GBP USD remains range bound, even in that scenario, we are pretty much likely to end up with profit. But for that, the immediate supports needs to hold. And here, if you consider the GBP USD's regression curve formation, it has now started to turn the corner and it is now slowly moving on the higher side after there is a consolidation where we have these identical lows just little below 1.37, and on the lower side we also had this first support of this month's pivot point series, and it didn't really come into play it in a way directly, and the price action mostly happened in between this first support and the central pivot point. And now that on the lower time frames, we have this formation where the immediate swing high has been crossed. In today's session in particular, we have seen this earlier momentum on the higher side, then this decline, and again the momentum picked up. And right now, the GBP USD is again climbing towards the day's highs. So, in light of this, I expect the immediate hurdle of central pivot point to be crossed maybe in today's session or maybe by tomorrow's session. So if that happens, then that is likely to provide more reasons for the market participants to turn bullish on the GBP USD. And in next couple of days, we can even expect a further move toward this prior swing high. As I said, 1.39 level can be retested in coming days. So for trading opportunities, we will be mostly relying on these confluence of 50 and 100 SMA on the lower side. So as long as this support holds, as long as GBP USD is trading well above this support of this confluence of SMAs, we can continue to look for the buying opportunity. I think when we had this correction towards 1.375, that was a good opportunity. If you had missed out on the buying opportunity here in yesterday's session, so in today's session, if you are fortunate enough to get the entry anywhere closer to 1.375 or somewhere about that, somewhere near that, you can continue to look for the buy trade with the stop loss being kept below this price marker of around 1.372. So you will have to take the risk of around 30 to 40 pips. And for that risk, you can target around 70 to 80 pips on the higher side, as the anticipation is that the central pivot point is not likely to offer much resistance. And we are expecting a breakout on the higher side in GBP/USD. So that's my take looking at the price formation of the GBP/USD. If any of you have any query or any idea to share, you can write to me in the feedback section and I will be more than happy to take the discussion forward. Before I sign off, I would also like to remind of the risk associated with trading in the financial instrument and one should be careful while using the information provided. Have a fabulous time ahead. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.